Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video, and today we have a Tennessee Titans franchise video. Now this one's going to be very short, and you guys may be seeing the title and clicking on it for the certain reason of why it's going to be short. It's just wrapping up Tennessee Titans franchise. After a long debate and after not getting content out for quite some time, you know, NBA free agency was at the beginning, the end of June, early July, and that took a lot of my time, developing the rosters, all that fun stuff. So that took a lot of time, and then I had 3 Titans videos not really ready to go, but recorded and partially ready to go. It was, of course, the 2 Jag games and I think the Green Bay Packer game. And I'm just not going to continue with Tennessee Titans franchise right now. Actually, it's ended, right? With NCAA out, I do want to start making content on it. I haven't decided on a dynasty. I'm still trying to learn the game a little bit and try to figure out what's exactly good and stuff. But yeah, this is the end of Tennessee Titans franchise. It just makes sense, right? We're already less than a month away from Madden. NCAA's out. I'm still working on the 2K rosters. And it just doesn't make sense to continue to play this. I've had fun with Tennessee Titans franchise, but it's ended, right? At this point, it's just over. It's not really worth it anymore. It was a very fun franchise. What we're going to do real quick is we're just going to sim to the end of the season and see how things will play out in sim at least. Just to give us a good look at how this franchise could have ended. Now, of course, this will be sim, so it's going to vary differently from, of course, me playing the games. But I just figured, I want to play NCAA, and even if I don't make a whole ton of content on it, I'm going to be playing that. I'm going to be playing, Rainbow Six Siege still, like I always do. And, I still have 2K stuff to get done. So it just doesn't make a whole ton of sense, and I don't want to wear myself out on Madden, especially with, like I said, Madden just under 2 months away and all that fun stuff. I don't want to really do anything that will make me not want to play Madden. Like I said, I had 3 games recorded. I was going to try to push through it, all the way back at the beginning of June, all the way back at the beginning of July. I was literally like, okay, well, if I record every single video, because I had a day where I was going to have like 15 hours to record. I was like, if I could record, like all the episodes in that little bit of time, I could, then turn around and edit all of them and get all of them ready to go in, the next day, couple days, and then I could push them out one by one each day, no matter what, and then get other content pushed out as well. And I just didn't get around to it. I wasn't really feeling it. Rosters took longer than they were supposed to. Just a couple things here and there that, made me not really want to do it. And so it's then. I know Titans franchise didn't get a whole ton of love on the channel and a whole ton of views, but anybody that did watch it or anybody that did enjoy it, I appreciate the support that you guys shown on this series, of course. I do appreciate it. I just figured I'd end this with one final video and get it out there. So we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to go over to options real quick. We'll go into franchise settings, and I'm going to fix 1 or 2 things just to make it a little bit easier. Where's it at? It should be... Okay, I went the wrong way. We're going to auto-progress talent and players, and we'll go ahead and auto-progress the fucking weekly training. And then I got to thinking, maybe I just play it in my free time, and then when I get a chance, I can just upload, hey, this is how the season ended, by the way. But it just doesn't make sense because I'm, like I said, I'm spending so much time on NCAA. I'm still spending time on NBA, and then when I really have free time and friends want to play with me, I do hop on Rainbow every now and then. Of course, we won't get to see the matchup against Washington, against Trey Lance, and of course Matthew Stafford. But it's not that big of a deal. We'll just go ahead and sim to playoffs since we are at the midseason mark. We're just going to auto upgrade everybody real quick just to get them going. Like I said, this is probably one of my top 2 favorite franchises that I've ever played, both recorded and not recorded. It was such a fun franchise. When we finally got going, it was really fun. It was awesome. It was an awesome franchise. I wish a couple other things would have worked out with the franchise a little bit better. But when we had to wait till, what was it, fucking like November, December for the fucking draft class glitch to be fixed. It kind of sucks. So we did go 11-6, not quite as good of a year as last time, but still a very good season. Jags came back though, 13-4. Hell, the Colts were 5-2, I'm pretty sure, before we simmed, and they went 7-10, so they only won 2 of their final 10 games. Jesus Christ. Granted, we only won 5 of our final 11, so, not much better in that category either. But we do make the playoffs. We are going to go ahead and sim again against the Baltimore Ravens. I would expect us to lose because the sim... Nope, we win. We're going to go take on the Buffalo Bills at their home stadium now. We do have to go a little bit of an opposite route of last year. Last year we had all home games, no road games, number 1 seed. And we do end up losing, 35-0. Holy shit. So yeah. And then, of course, if we head to, of course, the off-season, we would have had a bunch of stuff to take care of. Will Levis, as well as just other players in general. I'll probably save it here. I probably don't want to go too far into free agency just in case I ever do want to come back to it at all. But, yeah, just a whole ton of fun. Like I said, the, draft class glitch kind of fucked with it. I didn't want to go too far into a franchise and have to come back and, redo a whole ton of things. But, unfortunately... it's Madden, and it's to fucking be expected, apparently. Luckily, we don't have anything too crazy with the NCAA, the college football game this year, with any super crazy glitches or anything. But that's to be seen, I guess. We're only a week into the game. I will say I kind of want to do a video about talking about NCAA and just my thoughts and how I'm viewing it and what I think of the game so far, the problems I'm having with the games, things I like, things I don't like, stuff like that. I know a lot of people kind of have the same complaints on that game as well, so there is that, from what I've been seeing anyway, and I kind of have the same complaints. Now, of course, some complaints are just fucking bogus and just not really worth your time and effort to really break down or look at, because some people just aren't making valid complaints on the game, but it's their opinion, I guess. You can have your own, I've seen a lot of people trying to shit on the game just because it's an EA game and because they don't have exactly what those people want. But it's like, you gotta give some and take some, right? I don't think Madden's perfect, but it's still fun every now and then. NCAA is not perfect by a wide stretch, but it's a very fun game. I'm enjoying it. Seems like everybody else is enjoying it, for the most part anyway. But... yeah, this will end Tennessee Titans franchise. This is a franchise, like I said, I had so much fun playing this. I had so much fun this season, especially once, we got to the winning part. Even when we weren't winning, I know sometimes I'd get pissy, but that just was kind of how I am. I take games maybe a little too seriously, but I enjoy playing games and winning, Like I said, I don't always have to play perfect. As long as I'm winning, I should be enjoying it. Even in a game like Rainbow Six Siege where, one bad game and you could go from all yays to you could be going 5-5 to 0-6 and then you're like, fuck me. But if I win in a ranked game, I don't really care. Of course I want to pick up the kills and stuff, but still not too big of a deal. But with that being said, guys, if you guys enjoy this content or any of the content here on my channel, I would appreciate it if you guys do stick around and subscribe. More videos like this, of course. Once the new Madden comes out, I will have a franchise going for that. Especially if there's no fucking game-breaking bugs where it's going to have to reset our fucking franchises again for like the 3rd straight fucking year. Then I'll try to get one of those going out real quick. I kind of have narrowed my franchises down to my top 3. I don't think I'm going to make a video of that this year. I think we'll probably just post some stuff on Twitter about why I'm going with a certain team. I do hope to get a dynasty of some value out for College Football 25, of course. Of course, I am limited because I do all my editing on my PS4. I mean, not my PS4, my PS5. I am kind of limited in how long of a video I can make, so I can only do about an hour. Because that's the most it's allows you to render. So depending on that will determine if I do any rebuilds or anything like that. But I do want to get some college football content out for you guys if you guys do want to enjoy that. I know I had a couple people ask me if I plan on doing a roster. You can't change anything in the roster. Like, I've already went in. Besides changing equipment on the real players, you can't change anything. Even the auto-generated guys that you get in your dynasty, you can't change. Hell, the guys that you get on your team builder dynasty, when you make your team builder, you literally can't fucking change. So as much as I want to, there's no roster update that you can really make, right? It's not like you can go in and say, okay, this guy's heading for the draft, this guy isn't heading for the draft, this guy's a senior with a red shirt, so he's not coming back, all this fun stuff. It's not like I can go in and do that and then bring in high schoolers and edit over and stuff like that. Just not something that they're allowing, and I understand why they're not allowing it, just from a legal standpoint and stuff, but it does suck, since, that's my main view source is roster editing and development, creating new rosters and stuff like that. So there's probably not going to be a whole ton of content on that in terms of, unless there's some type of workaround. And then with, having, I guess I should save this, but with having to see, with seeing the limits on roster editing, it really is understandable why they didn't put it on PC, because you could easily work around that. You could easily, take the game offline and then somehow get into the files and start moving players around and changing players and stuff like that. So I understand why it's not on PC, because you could very much get around that whole situation and be able to edit players and put out a new roster every year and not have to move on from the new game. But like I said, if you guys enjoy this content, please stick around and subscribe. I'll be back with more videos like this. Hopefully you guys did enjoy Titans franchise. I know there wasn't a whole ton of you, but hopefully the ones that did enjoy it, hopefully you guys will enjoy the next franchise. Like I said, I think I've narrowed my franchises down to top 3. If you guys want to try to figure it out, my rules go as follow, kind of, for the most part, is can't have a first round QB, can't be like a serious Super Bowl contender in my eyes. Now, of course, serious Super Bowl contender in my eyes, it can vary. That's more of an objective thing. I try not to do any recent playoff success in any teams with higher than like an 80 overall QB, unless they're like almost going to retire, right? So that all automatically eliminated like 22 teams. So there was only like 10 teams left to choose from. And then of the 10 teams, I try to factor in as well, whether or not another YouTuber might do them, stuff like that. Just to try to give me some creative leverage and stuff like that. Nobody will want to watch my series if, a guy like Bengal or one of those bigger guys is doing, if I pick, let's say we both decide, I know this goes against my rules, but let's say we both decide to do the Chicago Bears, right? He's going to get all the views. My video is going to get pushed to the wayside. YouTube won't like it, and then it won't push it out even as much as it pushed out Tennessee Titans franchise. So, that plays into a factor, right? I don't want to have to try to compete with a larger YouTuber, so I do have to try to pick a franchise that nobody else is doing, or at least nobody bigger, or nobody like multiple times my size is doing, I guess I should say. Guys around my same size. If we happen to pick the same franchise, it is what it is, but still. So those are the rules for the most part, is, not a high overall quarterback, not a first round quarterback, recent playoff success, Super Bowl contender. Those are kind of the teams that I'm kind of like, don't really want to do those teams, because they already have storylines going for them, right? Now that's not to say every team in the NFL doesn't have storylines going for them, but still. So if you guys want to try to figure it out, go ahead and comment down below, and I will be back with more videos like this. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace.